persistent instance on it is on the UPS. So that's what I really care about is that. Because then I can't turn off the light in my bedroom.
Which won't be a problem with the power's up, so...
Oh, they got my home assistant's up. Oh, wait.
I swear I did all this for a reason. I seem to remember Home Assistant being annoying after a power outage.
In general, NASers are not designed to just suddenly lose power. So it is a very responsible thing to have a battery backup.
If that thing doesn't need its own shelf anymore, you have more crafting buckets there, that would be dope.
Yeah, that could maybe be done. By the way, James, you might want to consider an additional L bracket there. Because right now, that lack of a bracket is an L.
I tested it. It was fine.
It's quite saggy.
That happens with age.
Almost 40.
The next big piece is the appropriately named Omada 8-port, 2.5 gig, and 2-port 10 gig SFP Plus smart switch with 8 ports PoE Plus.
I've always wanted one of those.
In all seriousness though, PoE is an absolute game changer. You can power all kinds of things off of it. Access points, cameras, lighting,
Doorbell cam, more different cameras.
yeah, exactly. They're great, and now you've got 8 of them. So anywhere that you can run to, you can power.
I was just thinking about imagine your crystal slicer PoE. That would be badass.
So you want everything up here if we can?
Yeah.
Let me see what I can do. Oh, no, I can't. Because this is the one coming from the ONT.
Let me see if there's any slack in the room over here.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just pulled that off.
So is that switch going to go there, or is it going to go up in that closet by the NVR?
That's a good question. I was planning to put it here because I wanted 2.5 gig networking right at sort of the network central station. But the Fusion gateway actually has 2.5 gigs. So no, this could go in the closet upstairs. The question is, do you want it there?
Can't even imagine more PoE devices.
But we're going to be adding 2.
Where will your home run for the backyard Wi-Fi access point be?
Oh. The original pitch was to put it on the wall outside over here, so it's shooting over at the fire pit because it has an omnidirectional mode, but it also has like a directed mode.
Okay, so then we could easily just kind of bring it down, run it along here. In fact, there's a little gap down. Oh. Interesting.
Previous owner, I was even open to drilling a hole through the wall because I've done that before. But my question for you is,
Yeah.
will I still get a sufficient result if we maybe just put it behind the TV inside and shoot it out?
I wouldn't. And if we're gonna go with the upstairs closet mount for the indoor AP, I would really rather connect to that one from here. Assuming that you don't have like concrete in your floors, which do you?
No.
Okay, no floor heating.
1980, no.
A TV is a dense metal, glass, copper structure, and you don't really want your access point near anything like that. Even like solid armor can cause reflections and inconsistencies, but if we can avoid it, so if we're stuck out here, then where would you want it?
See this camera?
I do.
Other cameras above it, they all come along the house and up through a hole into the attic. So you could go through that over here to it.
Do we have that for cable? I brought cable. Did you bring it to school?
I brought a school and house.
Okay. If that's what you want, I'm here to help. Satisfaction guaranteed. Okay, switch goes upstairs with us. Wait, James, is your internet working? It occurred to me, I don't think we should set up it. Yeah, you didn't want to come by.
Anyone have enough backup?
Well, I mean, we could get you up and running pretty quick. Which cable goes to that switch? Because maybe I just have it in it. What color is it? Okay, well, there's the problem right there. Okay, you can go over there. Let's see if it just...
Oh, there's a speed test right there.
Okay.
Wow. It's already faster than we were standing right there.
Yeah, that's on the device.
Oh, it's testing that.
Well, no, remember, the Fusion gateway is capped at 2.5. So you're basically capped out at Fusion gateway. So, yeah.
Try again? Okay, sick.
All of human knowledge. That's no problem by now.
Bottom line, Bob and I are going to go without that switch in the closet upstairs.
I don't get my reason at once.
You gotta include that. You got editor, you gotta include that. He's complaining about his thingies on the shoot. No, he was. He was.
You know the worst part is the rest of my house is 6 days.
I don't love that we have to put this up here now.
It was easier when it was downstairs.
It really was, and he's only got 2 outlets in here, both of which are occupied, one by the NVR and one by
Probably the microwave that you're running against.
But wait, there's a microwave in this closet.
Oh, that makes sense. He doesn't have one in the kitchen, so
This is for James keeps his microwave?
he's ashamed of it. It's 1.6 out of the closet. So do we need a power bar or something?
Yeah, we have to find us a power solution. I'm building a power solution.
You did pick the smallest school. I mean, fitting. Okay.
What? Oh, what? This is awesome. Where the attic access. How the devil am I supposed to get in there? And cables are super tight on. I will have to do it all.
Hey, that's my stuff.
James, I don't love everything about your setup. So basically what I need is I need this mounted to the wall. Did you bring any MCM or anything?
No?
Oh. I'm sorry, this is really uncomfortable. This shelf.
Yeah, you crawled into my face. I'm just as comfortable.
Yeah, my wife never complains. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh my ass!
He's losing their fucking mind right now.
No, I'm pretty sure that as the owner of the business, I can kind of do whatever I want.
You say that, but they complain about the projector.
Well, I'm asking you were there.
My bad, I'll leave.
I brought a Make-A-Wish kid onto an active film set. I mean,
I can bomb thread.
we definitely need some NCM, actually. This would be
I can ask.
a perfect application for our little power bar holders. We could get this power strip on here in a more permanent fashion. Okay, so one power bar holder right there, and then one power brick holder right there, and then that's actually not that bad. And that gets us power all the way up on the top shelf. Top shelf power.
Nice.
My butt hurts. Ask Hurt Wiring Solutions Limited.
Oh, that's a fire title. Our ass hurts, so yours doesn't. Oh, we can be like the butt bros, you know?
Well, we're not related, so we can be the butt buddies. You need to get this back on the rails, please.
Sorry, we need to get real.
Okay, I need something thick and black. And long. Where's our cabling at?
I only brought orange cabling. It's the mess cabling.
Alright, so I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it in the ends.
Okay. Stop. We need to put...
We need to do what?
You just had to have some thumbnail with his ass just hang out of the closet.
My ass was never in the closet, boys. So the NVR is plugged into our main gateway.
Sure.
Are we going to leave that to the... Oh no, the AP goes here. Can't believe James is proud of this shelf.
Listen, I've seen some of the stuff you're proud of, buddy. I wouldn't...
Yeah? Yeah, like what?
Comment down below.
I'm proud of this.
Did you start farting? I thought you stick your pants. He definitely sounded like a mover his pants.
Okay, so how do I... Oh, man.
Is that how you get to the attic?
Yeah. Not everyone's a freak like me and puts like stairs up to their attic, so this appears to be the system.
What are we gonna do? Push on his ass?
Wouldn't be the first time. Can I have my shoes, please? Actually,
Do they have the like little blue on them?
yeah.
Sorry, they were so small. I thought they were children's shoes.
Oh my god. They put them on for me.
Cinderella, stop.
I did just realize something though. I don't know where I'm going.
You're gonna want to go west.
Wow. Thank you.
Can you see me? Oh god, I'm looking for his nuts. You want to go that way?
Okay. Okay, I'll go to where I'm right now.
Don't hurt me,
Yeah.
please.
Well, actually, they're kind
What?
of crossed over right
I
now,
wouldn't
kind of
hurt
twisted.
you.
So I'll go to
I
where
am
my left
capable.
not on the right side.
I'm still a doctor, dude.
You are
I'm
not
a little
single.
farther than that.
The imposters.
Over there,
What do you
there.
mean?
Suddenly,
Corner.
rumors
Those
are
are
true,
me spiders up here.
Yamaguchi.
Come on, you find the hole big
Wonders.
enough? Come on.
Accomplished Yamaguchi exercises.
So these imposters not only
They wear our robes as costumes.
I've already dealt with some of these imposters.
Thank you.
Finest?
These men
Oh, I
cannot.
hear you. Oh, I see it. I need a little bit more.
Okay, start pulling slow.
Okay. That's probably good. Maybe?
Still pulling. You say it's good, but you keep pulling.
Alright, that's probably good.
Hi.
Oh, what's up? What's it gonna do?
I was just wondering, is there a particular technique you use to get down from here?
Oh, yeah. Strength?
Strength. What a day.
You want me to spot you?
No, I'm good. I'm just gonna use my strength here real quick. Just kind of.
There you go.
Oh,
See? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
The strength.
Oh my gosh, you are dripping in sweat already, buddy. From 3 pull-ups? That's crazy.
It's a little hot in the attic, Elijah. You know what I'm saying?
I might not have asked you to come down yet because we need to determine where the AP is going, like up here. If it's going here, did we want to?
Oh, I left lots of extra.
Well, no, we need a different table.
Oh, I wouldn't have done all those extra pull-ups if I didn't know I was going to my birthday.
Well,
That's it. That's all I got.
we just cheat and go through the ball.
No.
Well, you know what? Let's get this one going first.
Sure.
And then I'll go up there. Elijah, it occurs to me we really should be using that related cable. The UV is going to tear this thing apart. While we wait for an outdoor cable, let's have a look at our outdoor AP. This is a Lotus Outdoor 7. As we mentioned already, it comes with 2 different types of antennas. The antennas can be configured in both an omnidirectional and directional configuration. So, because James is already shaped like this, not like this, then we're going to go with the directional config. You want it right there?
Perfectly centered. Yeah, that's good. Any higher, it seemed like it would be close enough before.
Okay. Oh, it does not come with any springs. Fetch me my attaching trowel, boy.
That's unusual.
While waiting for the cable, it costs pennies to terminate it, so why don't we go ahead and plug it in and then get it adopted in the app. That way, once you swap out the cable, we're already up and running. A boot. Hey, I assume a green light is a good sign. Hey, there's a pending. There's our AP. Yeah. Adopt. Nice.
Adopted. No paperwork. You just get them.
You know what I'd really like to do is set up your SSID
Oh, yeah.
exactly the same way you had before. In fact, you can set up all of your different SSIDs, and theoretically everything should just connect exactly like they were before if you wrote them down anywhere. All your management stuff is going to be in here if you want to schedule the availability, if you want to make it like a guest network so that clients can talk to each other or access other resources on the network. You can do MAC filtering or anything like that. We're not going to do any of that. We just want to see the Wi-Fi work. Wireless. Antenna. Antenna type. Directional antenna. Alright. Do you want 5 gigahertz for more speed back there? Or do you want 2.4 for more range?
I think we go 5G.
5 to 5?
It's line of sight.
There we go. You are connected to the internet. Well, that's already an improvement in it. 265. I mean, it goes to show you when your AP is not inside, you'll be doing way better.
We're gaming.
Dude, this is great. So you've got like perfect Wi-Fi coverage all the way to the back of the yard now.
Yeah, I can pretend I'm inside when I'm outside. Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Let's try to get out. And of course, we have to do the speed test from the couch again, but we're waiting because someone hasn't gotten the AP up yet.
I'm doing it! So we're going to run the Cat5e for the interior access point, and then I'm going to take this Cat6a outdoor rated stuff to rerun the run that we did earlier. I'm going to take them both with me like this. Are you touching my butt?
I'm sorry, just the tail. Oh god, that shelf.
No, it's good, it's good. I'm not putting much on it. Hey.
Proceeds to put more on it.
No, it's fine.
Alright.
I'm done.
Okay.
So where do you want this orange one coming up?
We're gonna drill that hole pretty soon.
Really, Daddy?
Make it a hump.
Drill me, Papa.
He's still marking it.
Mark me, baby. You know what? I'm gonna go run the other one for now then.
Okay.
I'm getting there. Hopefully I can fit this through the hole. It was already pretty tight last time.
Is that what he said to the chair as well?
You better believe. And I gotta feed this like 2 inches at a time because of how tight it is.
Okay, I've got it.
And that's good. Go ahead and turn it off at the bottom now.
You're gonna get rained on, Elijah.
Okay, you're done. Let it rain, baby.
Do a little pilot hole, and then I'll do a thick boy.
Oh, okay, I see a signal. Okay, now you may feel a slight pressure.
Hey, there you go.
Alright.
No good?
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Just making sure. If you die, sir, we're all out of the job, so.
I think you'll figure it out.
It's
So lie detectives. Yeah, work for Omada.
We'll become professional Omada installers if you die.
Nice. Solid.
It only took us 3 hours to put in 2 APs.
With that installed, all we need to do now is go ahead and adopt that, and then we can do our test right here. Here we are in the dashboard. Both of our APs are adopted right now. I went in and we've configured your access point names. It worked because you've got 27 clients connected. Yes. Okay. I mean, look.
Wait.
It might seem like an overreaction, but guys, if you've ever had to go around and do all of your stupid smart crap, you know how good this is. Time for the after. I'm expecting this to be a lot better. I'm assuming I'm right.
Oh, God. That was like when you were standing beside it before downstairs.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go. However, it is worth noting that in the little playroom, your internet might not be as good. Why don't we go check how that went? Honestly, not as bad as I thought. Coming through the floor. Dude, we're still getting over half a gigabit, over 600, over 700. We cracked a gig. This was the part where I was going to tell James that we're going to leave him with some of these wall plate Wi-Fi 7 access points. And maybe we still should, but like...
Not in this room.
Yeah, you won't be putting them here. Bad news and good news.
Oh, God.
Bad news is it took until dinner time for us to get this done. But the good news is we're done. We've got gigabit speeds downstairs.
Hooray!
And I have more good news. If you guys want to get your hands on a free Fusion Gateway 2.5G, all you gotta do is spend $3.99 on the modded gear, which is pretty easy to do if you're putting together like an enthusiast home or a small office, home office setup, and we'll have that linked down below. And you guys enjoyed this video, how about the one where we fixed Natalie's Wi-Fi? Hers was less of a just not enough Wi-Fi and more of a badly configured Wi-Fi, which can be even worse.
Hi guys, welcome to Cheeky Chica.
Hi viewers, மறக்காதீங்க Frankfurt பத்தி உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் இந்த ஸ்ட்ரீமிங் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் இந்த சீரிஸ் சிம்பாப்வே சீரிஸ் எக்ஸ்க்ளூசிவ் ஸ்ட்ரீம் only on Frankfurt இப்போ லோக்கல்லாம் கிடையாது ரோஹித் சர்மா கிடையாது விராட் கோலி கிடையாது ஃபார்மேட் நோபல் 2020 ஃபார்மேட் இனிமேல் இந்த தொக்குலாம் கிடையாது தொக்குனா don't just block, just hit stream பண்ணி பாருங்க fantastic-ஆ இருக்கும் அது obviously members are now paid members already இருக்காங்க Frankfurt நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க already viewers மறக்காதீங்க Frankfurt பாருங்க talk to people about Frankfurt. It's a fantastic streaming app and I'm sure you'll all enjoy watching Zimbabwe series streamed in Frankfurt. Viewers, நீங்க பார்த்துட்டீங்க all the T20 matches Frankfurt is streaming fantastic and fantastic win by the preview win மச்சா நம்ம பகல வைபவ் சூரியவன்ஷி அந்த மேட்ச் மேன சீரிஸ் இனி பாரு சண்டே சூரிய பகவான் நாடு சூரியவன்ஷி சண்டே வந்தானா அவ்வளவுதான் மேன சீரிஸ் அப்பா சூப்பர்டா சூரியவன்ஷி
Michael Suryavanshi getting it perfectly right. Superb partner. In fact, application partner. We'll definitely talk about it. But Frankfurt in the series, there are so many other cricket matches and a lot of other sport also streaming on Frankfurt. So don't forget to check it out. Keep the link in the description below. But yeah, let's start with Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Vaibhav Suryavanshi அடிக்க போறான்னா ஒரு பொலக் போறான்னு செஞ்சுரி அடிப்பான்னு but 81ல அவுட். Has a habit of getting out in the 80s and 90s a lot. நம்ம பார்த்துட்டோம் அது already அந்த conversion இல்ல but finishing the series as man of the series. In fact, Chika, overall this innings was a difference maker இன்னைக்கு. It was a match winning innings. It wasn't just one innings amongst everybody else. ஏன்னா எல்லாரும் struggle பண்ணாங்க. Up and down இருந்தது wicket. Early on நம்ம பார்த்தோம். Again Abhishek Sharma struggling yet again. Middle order ரொம்ப பெருசா அடி முடியல. They contributed but they just rolled on Vaibhav Suryavansh's knock. It was brilliant to see him apply and play, Chica, not just go berserk from ball one.
Super point, and you made a very valid point. நம்மளெல்லாம் பார்த்தா 160 சைக்கிள்னா 160 மேல ஓடிடுவோம். only 165 accepted. அப்படி இருக்கு நீ பார்த்து. மறக்காத இந்தியவர் அந்த மாதிரி அப்ளிகேஷன் அனிஷ் சொன்னா ரைட் பிகாஸ் கிரிக்கெட் ஒரு ஈஸி விக்கெட் சேம் விக்கெட் நீங்க ஆடிருக்காங்க பால் கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லோ ஆகுது சில பால் போத் சைட்ல சில பால் கேட்டிங்களோ நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா அவன் பியூட்டிஃபுல்லா மெச்சூரிட்டி காமிச்சான் in seven மெச்சூரிட்டி காமிச்சா இன்னிங்ஸ்ல அப்ளை பண்ணி வெயிட் பண்ணி உள்ள ஆடி அவன் இன்சைட் அவுட் சிக்கந்தரால சிக்ஸ் அடிச்சா மாதிரி அவனு பாத்தீங்கன்னா மெஜாரிட்டி ரன் பாத்தீங்கன்னா பாருங்க ஃபீல் அடிச்சிருக்கான் இந்த ஒயிட் பி நீங்க பார்த்தா கவர் ஒயிட் கவர்ஸ் தான் விட்டுக்கலாம் மெஜாரிட்டி ரன்ஸ் இந்த ஃபைனல்ல ரன்லாம் வேண்டாம் ஒரு ஷார்ட் பால் ஒரு போட்டா ஃபுல் அடிச்சாங்க அண்ட் இன்னொரு பார்த்தனா அந்த புட்டு தட்டு கட்டு அது மாதிரி ஆடிதான் and between covers and cover point நீ பாத்தீங்கன்னா the very fact that the umpires பாத்தீங்கன்னா 4-6 that means நிறைய ones and twos எடுத்துக்காண்டி that is a very good sign the very fact that the pushing them to get 1 and 2 is a good sign and நீ சொல்ற மாதிரி it's one declare it பாருங்க அவன் பாருங்க Abhishek from 2 or 4 balls. Ishan was different player. British ball Rajika. Then 18 balls. Even Verma 11 are only 9 balls. 9 balls going on 11 balls in there. அதே மாதிரி 14 balls ஆயிட்டாங்க. So நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா அதற்கு வந்து நான் வந்து ட்ரை தி பால் பண்ணி so அந்த காம்பெட்டிஷன் அந்த பார்ட்டிசிபேட் இன் கிரேட் ஃபைட் அது very good partnership. ஒன்று கிளியரா தெரிஞ்சிருச்சு கதையா ரெண்டு பேருக்கு ஒரு நல்ல இன்னைக்கு இன்ஃபேக்ட் நிறைய புதுல வைபவ் ஸ்டூடியோ சொல்லுவீங்க ஆற்றை வடிச்சாலே ஒரு பிளேயருக்கு கிளாஸ் டேலண்ட் இருக்குதா அப்படின்னு that really showed his class. கரெக்டா கேமை எப்போ அடிக்கணுமோ அப்போ அடிச்சாரு சும்மா சுத்தல கரெக்டா பால் ஸ்பீட் பண்ணாரு ஒரு 100 6 was a big ground. I thought this knock was more of a very mature kicker. That was Vaibhav Suryavanshi. But on the other side, Brendan is mounting on Abhishek Sharma. What has happened to him? First in his phenomenal trainer for the shots and run. And you get the father up in the course. And in his father, the Musalmani are a doctor for now. That is after the shot was just short of it. So the father, by the way, they are a very short ball. Getting out of full level. Didn't give the 20 short balls full. Whereas just short of it. Doctor is until I thought Vaibhav Suryavanshi tackle very well. And spinner up பார்த்தா smart. அந்த பச்சன அடியில. பாத்தீங்கன்னா 19 ball 4 match. இந்த மாதிரி 4 match வந்து 29 ball first match. இந்த match வந்து 49 balls. அடி first match Vaibhav Suryavanshi 13 points ஓடுறதுக்கு ஆடிருக்கான். அந்த பால் பிளேயர் வந்து 13 points ஆடிருக்கான்னா நீ சொன்னா மாதிரியா நீ அவன் பாரு ஆல்மோஸ்ட் எந்த ஆடிருக்கான் ஓபனர் அது very important factor matchல அவர் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணிட்டாரு ஜாலியா ஆயிடுனா something trouble or not yes I think that is trouble 141 plus which doesn't the score that so the process of the knock is he played a long innings he can make sure that there was no slide நீ சொன்ன மாதிரி அபிஷேக் சர்மா கவலைதான் அபிஷேக் சர்மா சால்வ் பண்ணாங்க இன்டர்நேஷனல் கிரிக்கெட் காங்கிரஸ் கடைசி 20 இன்னிங்ஸ் இருந்தா அபிஷேக் சர்மா ரொம்ப வெரி ரைட் முட்டா லாஸ்ட் 4 இன்னிங்ஸ் பாத்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாமே சிங்கிள் டிஜிட்ஸ் அதுக்கு லாஸ்ட் சீசன்ல வந்து 4 single digits with 4 zeros finishing with 4 I think going into the Sri Lanka series and Afghanistan வந்து அவங்களோட ஹோம் சீரீஸ் வந்து இந்தியால ஆட போறாங்க அது இது பாத்தீங்களா இல்லையா இந்தியா வந்து ரேங்க் பண்ணிட்டாங்க திருப்பியும் ஆமா ஒரு 3 வீக்ஸ் டீம் வந்தாங்க 3 வீக்ஸ் முன்னாடி அவங்க we're very happy that we learned the number 1 athlete. Sorry, Bruce Lee. With the 3 weeks there, we've gone, what to do with the Bruce Lee? அபிஷேக் சர்மா என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க? அபிஷேக் சர்மா அபிஷேக் சர்மா நீ பாத்தீங்கன்னா நீ ஒரு 55 யாரோடது அதுவும் அஞ்சு வெஸ்ட் இண்டீஸோடது ஜிம்பாப்வே அடிச்சான் மெட்ராஸ்ல அடிச்சாங்க அங்கேயும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஸ்ட்ரைக் ரேட் கூட எஸ் ஓகே அதுக்கப்புறம்
final was a very good knock, Chica. 52 of 21 against New Zealand. அது வந்து ஒரு brilliant knock. அதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா அயர்லாண்டோட 49 of 20 நல்லா ஆரம்பிச்சாரு. that Ireland and England series நல்லா ஆரம்பிச்சாரு. 49 ஒரு 59 ஒரு 43 but then last 5 innings, the first 5 innings and the last 5 innings தான் ரொம்ப detrimental-ஆ இருந்திருக்கு இந்த last 20 innings-ல. first 5 innings-ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா 4 முட்டை, last 5 innings-ல 4 single digit scores. so நடுவுல வேற ஒரு முட்டை. so பாத்தீங்கன்னா அந்த ஒரு brief period-க்கு தான் he was in a decent-ஆன form, not been ஒரு ஆளா outstanding அப்படின்னு சொல்ற அளவுக்கும் இல்ல. so there is definitely a lot of pressure and definitely so much of pressure. I think Sanju Samson will be brought back into the T20 setup and ideally or left right combination தான் better எனக்கும் தோணுது. maybe it is time to give a break to Abhishek Sharma. try Sanju, give Sanju that honest run again and then see where to take a call. see 2028 is a long time away but they can now start doing these changes in என்னோட opinion.
he's Sanju will obviously get back his chance now. இங்கிலாண்டோட ஒரு இன்னிங்ஸ் ஆனா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இன்னிங்ஸ் ஆனா லாஸ்ட் இன்னிங்ஸ் ஆனா ரெண்டு நாலு இன்னிங்ஸ் அடிக்கல 4 innings அடிக்கல வந்து திருப்பி சஞ்சு விட்டு கால் பேக் 100%. அபிஷேக் சர்மா அகைன் நீ பார்த்தா அவங்க சொல்ற மாதிரி அந்த அந்த ஷாட் கொடுக்கலனா அவன் கஷ்டப்படுறான். அதே அஞ்சு பத்து டிக்கெட் கார்டியன் கச்சிட்டு அவன் ஜெட் ஷாட் வந்து போட போறான். அவனுக்கு குட்ரிங்க்கு போட மாட்டான், ஷாட் போட மாட்டான். just shot அப்படி போட போறான் அபிஷேக் சர்மா.
somewhere on the sea coast.
Wonderful.
Simply
wonderful.
What a beautiful, handsome man you are.
You
are
one interesting woman.
Thank you. Perhaps this is also worthy of some
I will
help.
take you for 150.
Let
Let
me
me
be
have
present
the
in this
fishing.
How can you take him ahead of Yashasvi Jaiswal right now, Chika? I understand. I don't think you have to fast track that fast. No, ரெண்டு மூணு series பார்க்கலாம்.
Ali, I think 16 சொல்ல வரேன். யஷ்வந்த் ஜெயஸ்வால் வச்சுக்கோ முடியல. அவங்க வேற யாரும் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணல.
See, நீங்க வந்து அந்த 60 யாருக்காவது ஒரு இன்ஜுரி இருந்தா ஒரு மிடில் ஆர்டர் பேட்டர் you would rather have variation. See, Yashasvi Jaiswal deserves his chance in ODI cricket ahead of anybody else. Even though I am for it that Vaibhav Suryavanshi will be fast tracked, not ahead of Yashasvi Jaiswal right now, என்னோட feeling.
Ali, I am not saying ahead of Yashasvi Jaiswal. ரெண்டு பேரும் வச்சுக்கோமான்ற 16ல. இங்கிலாந்து கூட எவ்வளவு ரிசர்வ் பேட்ஸ்மேன் யார் now we focus the team also. I think you didn't deserve this 15 he was the reserve. Setya Pikar 15 நீ வேற.
Jaiswal today போல இங்கிலாந்துக்கு.
அதான் சார் தேர்தல் துபாய் கிட்ட தூக்கினோம் தாக்கி பண்ண வண்டியில துபாய்ல இருந்தா நீ வேற இங்கிலாந்துக்கு. அதான் பெரிய ஆல்ரவுண்டர் நான் ஆல்ரவுண்டர் என்ன எடுத்துக்கோங்க.
Chica, come on, Chica. The conditions were fast bowling all-rounder, Chica.
நீங்க அப்படா தண்ணி let's be very clear. என்ன காரணா ஃபாஸ்ட் ட்ராக் பண்ணி ஒரு நாள் ஸ்டெப்பா கொண்டு போன மாதிரி பையனா வராங்க 15 வயசுல மேல சீரிஸ் வாங்குறாங்க. என்ன வேணா சொல்றீங்க 15 years of மேல சீரிஸ் what an achievement. Come on, give it to the boys. It's 15 years மேல சீரிஸ்.
You will return, I hope.
Tilak Verma, ahead of what do you call Ishan Kishan, ahead of Abhishek Sharma. You talk about these kind of cricketers. Tilak Verma पर फिर भी परे 9 ball, फिर भी 9 ball साफ्ता man. वो डेटा की बेटा
நடபண்ணிட்டா எல்லா மேட்சுக்கும் ஒரு பிளேயர் அடிக்க முடியும்.
அடி
என்ன புரியல நீங்க எல்லா மேட்சும் அடிச்சீங்க சீக்கா. நீங்களும் என்ன சீக்கா ஒரு மேட்ச் இந்த மாதிரி அவங்க அடிக்கலனா இப்படி
அடிக்கல I'm not saying அடிக்கல அவனால அது பேசிங் முடியாதுடா.
லாஸ்ட் மேட்ச் அடிச்சாரு சீக்கா.
ஆடி அம்மாஸ் கூட அடிப்பாடா.
எல்லா சீரிஸும் அடிக்கல சீக்கா. இங்கிலாந்து சீரிஸும் அடிக்கலாம் சீக்கா அவன். பட் I agree it's not that consistent.
இங்கிலாந்து எங்க அடிச்சான் கன்சிஸ்டன்சி பாரு. அவன் கன்சிஸ்டன்சி பாரு நீ.
அதுதான் நான் சொல்றேன். பட் மேட்ச் நல்லா ஆடி இருக்கான்.
கதிர் I'm talking about consistency. எங்கடா consistency? ஆமாடா ஆனா மேட்ச் கூட அடிச்சா திருப்பி அந்த மாதிரி அடி மாட்டாங்கடா. அது கன்சிஸ்டன்சியா
லாஸ்ட் 4 மேட்ச்ல கொஞ்சம் கன்சிஸ்டன்ட்டா இருந்திருக்காங்க சீக்கிரம் லாஸ்ட் 4 மேட்ச்ல
ஹரி அதுல ஒண்ணு லூசிங் கிளாஸ் அயர்லாண்ட் தான் அந்த அயர்லாண்ட் நம்ம கன்சிடர் பண்ணக்கூடாது. காதேஷ் தான் போடு காதி அடிக்கிறது வேற. இனி ஆக்சுவலா பால் தான் நான் அவன் காதேஷ் போயிட்டான் ஜிம்பாப்வேக்கு. ஆயஸ் 2009 T23 அவார்டு வேற கொடுத்துறாங்க அவனுக்கு. அவன் காதேஷ் போயிட்டான் பால் என்ன பண்ணானா
ஏன் மீதி சைடுல மீதி பிளேயர்ஸ் என்ன பண்ணாங்க நீங்க பாக்கணும்னா வின் பண்ணாங்கன்னா என்ன மீதி பிளேயர்ஸ்
அதே தான் டெலிஃபோன் பண்ணேன். இவன் அயர்லாண்ட் ஒரு காதி குட்டி அடிச்சு போயிட்டான். இங்கிலாண்டோட ஒரு காதி மேட்ச் அடிச்சு போனான். போடா நீ வேற சான்ஸ் கிடையாது. புத்திமனாய்
கரெக்ட் அதுதான் நான் சொல்றேன். அடிக்கல இப்போ லாஸ்ட் ஒரு 4 மேட்ச் பாத்தீங்கன்னா அந்த 55-19 லாஸ்ட் மேட்ச் ஒரு 65 கொஞ்சம் இம்ப்ரூவ்மென்ட் தெரியுதுன்னு சொல்ல வரேன்.
நீ தான் வச்சு இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட் நீயே வச்சுக்கோ. நீயே அவங்கள கட்டிப்பிடிச்சு அழுது போ.
நான் see even I firm believe that Rajat Patidar deserves a chance ahead of the
100%. Nothing compared to Rajat Patidar. I'm telling you, nothing compared to Rajat Patidar. If you want a real solid T20, not go to Rajat Patidar. Give that boy a chance. ரொட்டேஷன் புரியுறீங்களா எல்லாரும் புரியுறீங்களா எஸ்டா கூட போட்டுட்டீங்க இந்தியா ஆடுறதுக்கு அந்த பையன் இந்தியா
சூப்பரா இருந்தாரு. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு பொழந்தாங்க.
ஆமா 2 இனிங்ஸ் ரொம்ப சூப்பரா பொழந்தாங்க பார்த்தல. இந்த மாதிரி டீமோட ஒரு 11 ரன்ஸ் கொடுக்குற போது எஸ்டா மட்டும் தான் இருக்க முடியும். யாருமே இருக்க முடியாது இந்தியாவில்.
இது ரொம்ப யங்ஸ்டர் ஸ்டார்
சூரியவன்ஷி யங்ஸ்டர் 15 வயசு குழந்தைடா. அவனை எவ்வளவு பேக் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் நானு.
வேர்ல்டே பேக் பண்ணது வைபவ் சூரியவன்ஷி. சும்மா
Mayank Yadav. Good to see Mayank Yadav playing all 3 one days. First ball பார்த்தா ரொம்பவே சமக்கா ஜாக்கி வைபவ் சூரியவன்ஷி சமயத்துல இருக்கனாலே சூப்பர் Mayank Yadav. So happy for you. அந்த பையனும் பாரு இந்த பையனும் கன்சிஸ்டன்டா போட்டானா the Indian future is very good and you should understand that. You have backed the right horses. They are right youngsters. I don't mind this boy as Ashok Sharma. அவன் போல கேட்ச் வர இனி கேட்ச் வாங்கி உண்டா தேவடா அப்பா கேட்ச் லத்தி கஷ்டம் விட்டாங்க இன்னைக்கு. ஐயோ கேட்டுக்கோ எல்லாரும் விடுறாங்க. எல்லாம் டாப் எல்லாம் கேட்ச் விடுறாங்க. எவ்வளவு கேட்ச் விட்டாங்க இன்னும் ஃபீல்டிங் பாத்தியா
என்னன்னா நெக்ஸ்ட் வந்து இப்போ வந்து ஆப்கானிஸ்தானோட ஆட போறாங்க ஒரு 3 T20I சீரீஸ். அது என்னன்னா அவங்களோட ஹோம் சீரீஸ் ஆனா will be hosted in India. இந்த 3 T20Iக்கு திரும்பி ஒரு ODIs ஆடலாமே. பக்கத்துல வேர்ல்ட் கப் வருது. ஒரு ODI வேர்ல்ட் கப் அதுக்கு ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணிருக்கலாமே. T20Is
ஆல்ரெடி ODIs ஆடிட்டாங்கல்ல. 3 ஆடிட்டு போயிட்டாங்கல்ல. அதுவும் ஹோம் சீரீஸ் தான் இந்தியா ஆடுது. அவன் டெஸ்ட் சீரீஸ் ஆனது அவங்களோட அதுவும் அவங்களோட ஹோம் சீரீஸ் இந்தியா ஆடணும். அவங்களோட ஒன் டே சீரீஸ் ஹோம் சீரீஸ் இந்தியா ஆடணும். அவங்களோட ஒன் டே T20 ஹோம் சீரீஸ் இந்தியா ஆடணும். அது சும்மா இந்த மாதிரி இது மாதிரி சொல்றேன். ஐசிசி போடுவாங்க FTP போடுவாங்க. இந்த FTP PTP யாருக்கு அவங்கதான் புரியுது எல்லாரும் ஆடலாம். But one thing I agree with Sikandar Raja. Unless this what if non highly ranked teams start playing against great ranked teams like India, number one teams like India, they cannot improve also. So is that fair?
That is a problem, Chika. If you ask me, the FTP this should be bilateral should be scrapped. High time. நீங்களே யோசிச்சு பாருங்க ஜிகா. அந்த அயர்லாந்து இங்கிலாந்து ஆடினாங்கல்ல. ஓகே டோட்டலா 80 20 ஆடினாங்கல்ல. If they can come to a consensus and if they can play a tri-nation series, India, England, Ireland. Now Ireland-க்கும் வந்து ஒரு bonus. ஏன்னா they get to play 2 better sides. England and India. And ஒரு நல்ல competition-ஆ இருக்கும் ஒரு tri-nation series.
அதே மாதிரி பண்ணிக்கலாம். இந்தியா பண்ணிருக்காங்க.
It could have been much better than ஒரு டிராப். நம்ம வெயிட் வாஷ் பண்ணோம். இங்கிலாந்து அங்க நம்மள வெயிட் வாஷ் பண்ணாங்க. அயர்லாந்து அங்க நம்மள வெயிட் வாஷ் பண்ணாங்க. அட்லீஸ்ட்ல ஒரு ட்ரைனேஷன்னா அட்லீஸ்ட் கோயிங் ஃபார்வர்ட் ஈவன் ஃபார் தி வியூவர், ஃபார் தி நார்மல் வியூவர், ஃபார் தி நார்மல் கிரிக்கெட் ஃபேன் அவனுக்கும் ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா இருக்கும். ஒரு அளவுக்கு மேல ஓகே இந்த மேட்ச் இந்தியா வின் பண்ணாங்கன்னா நெக்ஸ்ட் மேட்ச் வந்து அயர்லாந்து வின் பண்ணிட்டாங்கன்னா ஐயோ இந்தியா குவாலிஃபை ஆக மாட்டாங்க. சம்திங் டு லுக் ஃபார்வர்ட் டு.
இந்த பைலட்லாம் தூக்கி இன்வைட் ட்ரைனேஷன் ட்ராஃபில ஆகணும். அப்பதான் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் லெவல் பிகர் ஆகும். I hope the ICC is watching the show and ICC listens to us. That's what I can say. You never know. See, நம்ம கமெண்ட்ஸ்ல கரெக்ட்டா இருக்குப்பா தம்பி. கரெக்ட்டா சொன்னா கரெக்ட்டா
ஒரு ட்ரைனேஷன் சீரிஸ்
short term ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க ட்ரைனேஷன் சீரிஸ். But the big takeaway is Mayank Yadav and Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Now, how are you going to prove that boy Vaibhav Suryavanshi? Avoid move to the next level. Here, the New Zealand போறானா here, Afghanistan, அதுக்கப்புறம் New Zealand, அதுக்கப்புறம் West Indies. He will speak to a number of failures.
I bring items across the four seas.
the match copy ஆக மாட்டான். நீ குத்தல கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் பண்றான். That boy knows they improve his temperament. He comes down like temperament. Today he's shown that he's got a terrific temperament. Today he's shown that he's got terrific maturity. Today he's shown that he can play various kinds of shots in difficult situations. Today he's shown that in a slow condition, the wicket is not an easy wicket to play. Let's be very clear. But the center timing வேண்டாம் 6 அடிச்சாரு. அந்த 6 அந்த 100 மீட்டர் 6 அடிச்சாரு. ஒரு எஃபர்ட் அப்படியே போய் இன்சைட் அவுட் வச்சா பார்த்தா ஷாட் அது
ಎಲ್ಲವಾ ತಟ್ನಾ 3 ಮೀಟರ್
ஜெர்மனா தான் அங்க அந்த ஷாட் இஸ் மெச்சூர்ட் இல்ல இஸ் ஆல்ரெடி லெஃப்ட் தி விக்கெட் அந்த ஷாட் போடா விட்டாம இருக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஸ்பின் கொஞ்சம் பேக் பண்ணி விட்டா நேரா மிடில் அடிக்கலாம் கவர்ஸ் மேல அடிக்கலாம் ஸ்ட்ரைட் அடிக்கலாம் அண்ட் ஸ்ட்ரைட்ல ஒரு ஆன் டிரைவ் நீ பார்த்து நீ சொன்ன ஒரு ஆன் டிரைவ் சூப்பர் ஷாட் ஸ்பின்னர் ஒரு ஆன் டிரைவ் வச்சா பாத்தியா பட்டாரம் விட்டா நேரா ராம்நாத் அதனால விராட் கோலி அடிப்பாங்க ஷாட்லாம் ராம்நாத் நாங்க 10 பால் சுருன்னு நம்ம ஸ்ட்ரைட் ஸ்பின் வச்சது அந்த மாதிரி ஷாட் அடிச்சான் so he showed maturity today.
Yeah, so going forward, let's see what they do. Next to see Afghanistan series, but good to all the viewers. So, fan code for Chikol Panani, various sporting action irko. So, click the link in the description below. Subscribe to our channel, Chiki Chika. Hit the bell icon notification. We'll be back again. Cheers, guys.
I will come back another time.
Return anytime.
Let me know if you require anything. Come back soon.
Crazy, lovely, crazy.
This nation will rise up the FIFA rankings. You heard it here first. Sri Lanka is an island nation in the Indian Ocean with a population of around 22 million people. At the time of recording, they have a FIFA ranking of 199, 12 places from the bottom. And the reason behind this is the same reason behind the low rankings of the surrounding countries, India, Pakistan and Bangladesh. Football isn't the most popular sport here. Cricket is. A 6-month FIFA ban in 2023, given due to government interference in the FA's election process, hasn't helped their cause either. But something is about to change, as the FA have begun calling up players with dual nationality. And in their friendly against Cambodia, 10 out of the starting 11 players were dual nationality. They now have players in the squad from the League of Ireland, English National League, German Third Liga and the A-League. One of whom, Jack Hinga, scored the winner against 154th place Yemen in their last game. Watch this space. Subscribe for more.
I have downloaded a food ordering app here in India. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I've downloaded Swiggy, okay? I've downloaded that and I've gone on. Let's see what arrives, if it does arrive. I think I've done the payment and everything. And it should be arriving. It says in 11 minutes. Okay, it says 3 minutes away, so I'm going to go down in the lift and see if it's actually going to arrive. I hope. Put the address in right. That's the most important thing, that you put the address in right when you're in these different countries. Yes. Thank you very much, thank you. Okay, I've received all of my orders here. Earmarked the upper one. It cost £22 for the delivery. There we go. Let's see what's actually in this. And we have got Matt. How are we doing? Did you have to add your own sauce?
No, not what I do.
Okay.
Sudani, tak konten je.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Make it stop! This is awful! Not content to slap his name and bonus on everything from the Lincoln Memorial reflecting blue from the Kennedy Center, Donald Trump has just set his sights on yet another American national landmark to remake in his image and rename for himself. Why is this?
They're the two openers. They'll be out the blocks like a train. Sikandar Raza was born in there. Top the edge. Outside up for the man. They will go for the wall. Nice shot. Really well played. Manipulated into the gap. But all shot played. Come on! Tried to use the feet, but got too far away from him. It's Blessing once again. They're trying to give him some space, and they're trying to go over extra cover there. Abhishek Sharma. Oh, no slip. And third is very wide. Oh my goodness. A commitment to the shot. A bit of evasive action, but great connect nonetheless. And it kept going. Off the edge. We'll go for four. Ball on the ground. Power. Four for Suryavanshi. It's deliberate. It's not a bad ball, but Suryavanshi manufactured a boundary out of it. Up and over. Full commitment. Vishan Kishan as the 50 comes up in style for India. Umpire killer. He's got out of the way and he's done well. It's Foster Muteka and Vishan Kishan has bludgeoned that for four. Incredible. That's a near perfect Yorker. That's why Brad Evans has a smile of resignation. Suryavanshi has bumped it for four nonetheless. Suryavanshi launching into that. It is ever so high. And with Suryavanshi over from then on, it is long as well.
That big down to the one and deep the biggest from the pocket is the biggest. Is the pocket these.
It doesn't matter. It's not Suryavanshi, it's Kishan.
It's not true. There've been a couple which have been in the 90s. But 15 number 2. Woman of Suryavanshi in his T20 career. 15 number 2 in this series. When you're a young man, you have to take of anything you do on the record. No, that would have been a target in that way. Immediately after the break, it's Sikandar Raza who brings himself home and breaks the partnership.
Yeah, the skipper brings himself on straight up to the drinks break. Down the wicket, I think he hits himself into a little bit of a tangle. Raza follows him.
It's on, hit down the ground. That's been absolutely drilled by Vepan Suryavanshi. And trying to take it wider. Only ends up looking for another 4 reverse sweep this time in action.
for the left-hander.
Phenomenal. Now, Rafa here had almost outdone it. He's held it back just a little bit, but he's realised that's very much, and that's why he's gone the conventional stroke. Playing up with the dance. Up and over 6 again. Doesn't matter how big the boundaries are, 15-year-old knows how to clear them. That's a free hit almost for Shreya. There was width. And a before more. He held out yesterday in that region to the off-spinner. Now then, opportunity. Outstanding catch. Ruud Evans shows us how it's done. Zimbabwe celebrate the huge recovery of Sreya. The umpire might just have to confirm things, but Evans is confident. That is a supreme piece of athleticism. Airborne. Catch completed. To end a wonderful innings from Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Gone for 81. We still think that's directed. We'll have another look. Wasn't it directing? Oh, the shot. That is outstanding. Up in the air, a long way up the field and under it. Takes the catch comfortably. A big boundary away to his left. As it on top of the bounce, tries to get the power through it, but it isn't quite there. Oh, I think it's just short. That's not the change of pace. You can just see how he's not quite there. Just not short of the kind of runner. It's a job here. Just put it back a touch. Really good. Time the outfield is fast all the way to the end. Just fire. And the fielder in the deep. Deep line, but not underneath in that one. Fielder. Well done. That is outstanding. Nearly superb. Needed to pump those knees a little bit. Timing just out as far as the field is concerned. No. You hope that and save that too. Staying in those please, sir. It's a good catch, though. Local toss again, and it's leaping with it in the hot zone. It is a very good catch. Look at that batting lineup. Zimbabwe managed to pull it back because of taking the wicket from outside edge, gone! The perfect start for Yadav of India. Terrific delivery, spot on. Opens him up, and a sharp one flies to the left of Vaibhav Suryavanshi and snaffled beautifully. He's followed it, and he's done well to get out the way of the umpires. And then it's going to be 5 byes, I'm sure. That's come out the middle, and that's gone for 6. Gives himself room, and catch taken. And the line was much better, which forced him to check his shot, and that was enough.
In the air, gone! That is an outstanding catch from Yeshtakor. Take up Laka. He's plunging. Patrick Ball. And down the ground. What a brilliant response. Field a good hand on that. Go for the big one. Keepers catch this. Oh no! This one's been put down. It goes right up into the sky. Ishan Kishan steadies himself in, onto the chest, and out. On very fine. That's nicely done. 4 runs. That's nicely played as well. Sloppy misfield and away for 4. Out. Picks up the fielder with the reverse. And Curran's vigil comes to an end. Capital is on bowling. Right candidate for it. Stupid. See, maybe something. So this is all about skill set. Overstepped it to go with. That's a bullet of a shot from Burr. It breaks the boundary drought. Magnificent from Matevere. Now the boundaries are coming. He's picked his area. He's hit a long way. 93 meters from Matevere. Leslie Matevere. That's much better. Wesley Matevere. That also brings in the 50 partnership. Taking a bit of time, 45 balls. In the moment that he looks to kick on for Zimbabwe. He's kicking on. That last one was off the middle, this one's off the edge, but it'll take that anywhere it comes Zimbabwe. Chance in the deep. Great attempt. It's Michael Suriranchi. Purposing in some pain. It's a good effort nonetheless. He's come running in and looked at what stage that was going to carry easily. Signature on Travis Pants. Here's an opportunity into the sun. Not an easy catch, but Dinaparma completes it. He's asked him to take on the big boundary. Matevere, you can see he's looking to go over as opposed to maybe rolling the wrists and trying to find a gap. Top shot. It does hit the ball really hard. Swing of the pen comes, but there's a big open gap. And that shot walks through and knocks Allston out ground. That's the goal. Oh no! Another top catch. Yeah, the few have gone down. I think it's 4 now for India. 3 off Yash Thakur. That's gone all the way for 6. And it's enough. It's more than enough. 78 meters all the way for 6. That's the word. Away it goes for 4. A 5th T20 International 50 for Ryan Burr. 150 comes up to with that stroke. Straight up. No mistake this time.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through the offside at the top edge. We've seen a few catches go down. Rinku underneath it and safe.
The final ball of the series. And nicely ball. Right in the block hole. A single will finish it all off. 157 for 7 is where Zimbabwe ends. Some way short of India's 192 for 5. For Shreyas Iyer and his men, it's mission accomplished. This is a look at Zimbabwe's batting card. Just no one getting going. The innings starting off in the worst fashion possible.
Pick of the bowler, and he's been throughout all 3 T20 internationals. Man, right at the top there. 3 for 29 in his 4 overs with slower balls and diversity and pace. Yash with 2 for 45. Ashok with 1 for 20. And then Bishnoi 1 for 24.
Yeah, fabulous.
Let's dive in and see what my fellow medical professionals are talking about on Reddit. Maybe I can share some of my medicals. Let's dive in and see what my fellow medical professionals are talking about on Reddit. Maybe I can share some of my medical stories. Doctors of Reddit, what was a 1 in a million case that you personally witnessed? The only thing that's popping up in my head is giving a patient a cardiac exam and listening to their heart. While I was doing it, I looked at their nails and I caught a subungual melanoma cancer. That was cool. I don't know if it's 1 in a million, but it's a cool one that pops into me.
Wow. That's awesome.
Not a doctor yet, but during my summer break as a med student, I have to do something called summer practice. One evening, the doctor I was with decided to do a CT for a patient, and it turned out that he had situs inversus. All the organs are going to be on the opposite side. Liver to the left, heart to the right, etc. One person from 10,000 present this condition. I think I had a patient with dextrocardia where the heart was flipped. So I think that's pretty rare. Not as rare as all of the organs being completely flipped. The real problem with having your organs completely flipped over is the risk of having an iatrogenic injury. And that means an injury caused by the medical system, thinking that your organs are where they're supposed to be, because again, 9,999 will have them in the correct orientation. I don't even know if just 1 in 10,000 is accurate. You will get a procedure and injure an organ. You will get a misdiagnosis because the doctor thinks you have an organ in one place where it's actually on the other. They'll miss an appendicitis because you have left lower quadrupede instead of right lower quadrupede, as we typically see with appendicitis. So the hospital risk goes up, but in general, everything else should function quite normally. In general, wearing bracelets is not a good idea because we don't take them as fact. If you have something tattooed on you, if you have some random bracelet on, we can't go off of that as a true medical accurate statement. If you have a do not resuscitate bracelet on, that could be the name of your band, for God's sake. So if it's not official paperwork, we can't use it. Had a patient present to the ED after a bee sting and a pretty bad reaction. Anaphylaxis can happen after a bee sting. You get stung on the hand, you have a terrible reaction, your throat closes up, you don't have an EpiPen that could be lethal. We found a softball-sized tumor on the workup sitting on her cervical spine. Would have been a quad within a year. That bee sting truly saved her life. I think they mean a quadriplegic, meaning that the mass would have put so much pressure on the spinal cord that it could have damaged it. These types of diagnoses have a name in medicine called incidentalomas, where we will scan your body looking to make a diagnosis. For example, you have right lower quadrupede and we're trying to see if you have appendicitis, we do a CT scan and then we can find a giant ovarian tumor. A lot of times this happens with lung nodules, and before we had tremendous issues with finding these nodules because they would be asymptomatic, they wouldn't cause any problems, and we'd end up following them, radiating patients. But now we have actual criteria that we use to decide, based on the size of the nodule, how often we should be rescanning them. And after a period of time, if we find that they're stable, how long can we wait before we discontinue all follow-up imaging. Literally saw this with my own eyes. Can you see through other eyes, my guy? Sorry, it's a little bit. And an ED nurse in Australia was in charge this particular evening when I was called into the trauma room. Sitting calmly on the side of the bed was a middle-aged Polynesian man with a broken pool cue through his head. Is it a Phineas Gage scenario? His surgery took hours because the flattened Q-tip was in danger of clipping a blood vessel as it was being removed. The reverse way it went in. So every moment needed to be checked. His CT scans from there are apparently legendary. Turns out there's a 1 in a billion way of essentially pushing the brain upwards and missing every vessel. A couple of days in the hospital for IV antibiotics, and he walked out with no adverse effects to brain or eyesight. That is unbelievable. That is a 1 in a million story. And it makes me think about that scene with the really cool music from like Ocean's 13 or 14 or 15 when the dude is going through the laser maze, and it's obviously fake and he's just doing some breakdancing and they added the lasers in post, but that is basically how the pool cue went in to this dude's brain, missing all these organs. Wow. I'm not a doctor, but I work at an ER trauma center doing patient registration, which puts me up close and personal with a lot of gnarly shit. Interesting way to describe patient care. Gnarly shit. Gnarly. Had a patient come in with frozen leg. They were pissed off that the doctor wouldn't amputate a perfectly healthy leg, so they submerged their entire right leg in dry ice for close to 7 hours to force a medical team to remove it. That is unbelievable. I mean, the burns, the pain. I mean, I guess the pain will eventually stop or cease because the nerves would die. The leg was so solid it made a noise when the doctor knocked on it. I can't even imagine the pain this person withstood. Again, I don't think there was that much pain. It was a case of that rare mental condition in which your brain rejects the idea that your body parts are actually yours. Nobody in the hospital I work with ever seen me. I've heard of phantom limb syndrome, where you still think you have a limb that was amputated, but I've never heard of you thinking you have a limb that doesn't belong to you. Try to look that one up. Body integrity dysphoria. People with this rare condition feel a profound lifelong mismatch between their physical body and their brain's internal map. Even though their limb is completely healthy and functional, they view it as foreign or superfluous and may feel an intense desire to have it amputated. We just talked about body dysphoric disorder with Dr. Mike Israetel, and he was incorrectly pointing out that he believed in order to be diagnosed with body dysmorphia, you need to have no insight into your condition, meaning that you look at your muscles, and if you were really muscular, you would see like noodles or something. And that's not necessarily the case for body dysmorphia. You can understand that this is an outrageous predisposition that you have, and that you're actually fine, but still want more and more, and it could cause you dysfunction in your life. That's still body dysmorphia. So you can have a level of insight. Doctors and nurses have read it. What happened? Why didn't you come in sooner? A colleague of mine removed diabetic patient's socks and their toes came off inside. This is not unusual. Diabetics lose sensation of their distal extremities. The reason this happens is their blood sugar is so poorly controlled, it creates a pro-inflammatory state for the nerves, for the circulation. And as a result, you first lose sensation, then you lose blood flow. And as you lose blood flow, you lose the ability to have your immune system function. You lose the ability to bring oxygen to the tissue. And the tissues start to die off, and you feel no pain because the nerve isn't functional anyway. All my patients who are diabetic get an annual podiatry visit and ophthalmology visit for a dilated retinal exam. Don't mess around with diabetes. Make sure that you're on top of your prevention. My cousin is a pathology assistant and was telling me about how she had to dissect a testicle that was 11 pounds. Turns out it was testicular cancer. You know, ovarian tumors can grow quite large, so I'm assuming testicular cancers can grow quite large as well. A lot of times when a patient describes to me their scrotum is larger or enlarging or bigger on one side than the other. I think about an inguinal hernia because that's one of the more common conditions that I see, where literally the abdominal contents, the intestines, go through the inguinal canal and end up in the scrotum. Why is that dangerous? Well, because if the bowel turns in a unique way or some inflammation happens in this hernia, in this unique opening, and starts choking out the intestines, you lose circulation and it starts to die and necrose, which can then lead to infection, and infection in an enclosed part of the body where there's no circulation means that it's going to become a bigger and bigger problem. That's an emergent surgery, which is why we like to take care of hernias in a non-emergent fashion, in an elective fashion, by putting a mesh over that canal and preventing the abdominal contents from falling into the scrotum. Plus, it's a quality of life issue. Years ago, as a nursing assistant on oncology floor, we had a guy admitted because he had an erection for several days and lost the ability to pee. Well, there's also the problem of that blood becoming acidic and damaging the tissues, harming that person's ability to get erection in the future. His bladder was close to bursting and his poor junk was think microwave hot dog, really bad. Yeah, that is really bad, which is why we insert into the corpus cavernosa a needle to drain that and relieve this scenario from getting worse. And the name of the condition is priapism. You don't need to. Former medic here called to a patient who had cut their leg while chopping wood about a week back, and now it was really itchy after an injury. Usually is a sign that something's healing, unless foreign object is present or infection is present. Old gentleman didn't drive with alone. Got to his house, unwrapped the ungodly swollen leg to find that he tried to super glue the wound closed, and maggots had commenced to growing inside. The itching he was feeling was the writhing maggots under his skin. Super glue is not an ideal substance to use because it's going to irritate you. We have skin glue, so like this isn't unusual. Just the type of glue we use is different than the super glue that's found in your local grocery store. Maggots technically feed on dead tissue and not live tissue. That's kind of doing the right job, if you will, but still that's not the right way to heal that wound. And in general, when it comes to healing a wound, yes, you want to change your bandage, but the majority of the day you want that wound to stay covered because a covered wound heals better. Doctors have read it. What was the worst thing you've seen for a patient that was doctor over? I've had a patient come in that was morbidly obese, was having pains in their joints, and constantly doctors would blame it on his weight. And they would just say it's an osteoarthritis, it's a weight issue. And I think that's where the fat phobia that's often discussed in healthcare comes in, because it creates a bias. And what was good is by asking him a ton of questions, I realized while he doesn't spend a lot of time outdoors, his dogs do, who sleep in his bed, who transferred a blind-legged tick onto him, ended up giving him Lyme. He had a rash that no one caught. We treated that, felt much better, made that diagnosis. Patient was lactating but not pregnant or breastfeeding. All right, right away I'm thinking prolactinoma, which is a tumor that secretes prolactin, which can create milk. Previous doctor told her that it was residual from her baby that had been weaned for 14 months. Sent her immediately for a brain scan, brain tumor. She had surgery a week later to remove it and it's doing well. I'm assuming this is a prolactinoma. This is like a doctoral case. I would guess prolactinoma. I work in EMS. We got a call for a female with leg pain. When we arrive on scene, this woman's leg is 3 times the size of the other one, blue and purple, and she has no pulse in her foot. She fell on ice a few days. Oh, is this compartment syndrome? And the urgent care didn't do any x-rays. Told her she had a sprain, gave her a walking boot. In reality, her tibia and fibula were both so badly fractured, they were cutting off the blood vessels and muscle tissue. That is a full-on medical malpractice case. By the way, compartment syndrome is where you have just so much swelling happening that it ends up cutting off circulation. That emergency treatment would require fasciotomy, where you cut open the fascia, it would spread open, release that tension, and therefore as time goes on and healing goes on, you can then close that area off. But how do you miss a tib-fib fracture? That's 2 bones broken. Once when I was a medical student on surgery rotation in trauma, we had a patient come in after he fell on the street and bombed his head. Well, apparently he had fallen once earlier that day and was discharged in the trauma workup at the hospital was negative for injuries. We examined him and noticed his eyes were kind of yellow. Well, yellow meaning that there's some early signs of jaw attack. here. Some of the easiest places to see jaundice would be the nail bed, the eyes, underneath the tongue is a surprising place we see. So as part of our trauma workup, given that he couldn't give a great story and we couldn't be sure what happened, we CT scanned his abdomen and saw that his common bile duct was 3 times normal size to drive a truck to About that time, next to the findings, his guy 103 guy was floridly septic from ascending cholangitis, which is like now. Big miss. Every time someone has a fall that presents to the ER or my office as a fall, we have to describe what caused this fall. So that could be musculoskeletal related fall, meaning that they missed a step and they tripped. These types of mechanical falls can make sense. But now if someone is just walking and all of a sudden they collapse and fall, this is not just a fall, this is almost a syncope or a near syncopal episode that warrants investigation as to why the heck this person syncopized or nearly syncopized that led to this fall. Doctors have read it, what's the biggest case of faking I've ever seen? What happens more often is a patient wants a medication that is going to be but not for intended purpose. And that does happen. In those scenarios, be very careful and thorough. Establishing clear guidelines with the patient about what's acceptable, what's not. You end up signing down the choice as an agreement. All sorts of rules in place. Multiple doctors to get the same prescription, not filling randomly different pharmacies. And we can actually check this as part of the service before we prescribe the medication, along with potentially checking urine or blood tests. Sort of along the same idea, working at a pharmacy, we saw a guy come in trying to get a refill of some pain meds that he had no refill. After pleading that his ear really hurt, we told him again he couldn't refill it. One of the other employees saw him step into a side hallway and take a pencil and jam it forcefully into his ear, repeatedly drawing blood. He calmly left and went to the ER. He came back a few hours later with a prescription for pain meds. That is wild. And what you should have done in that scenario is call the ER when that happened, as well as the local police department, because that is not good for the medical system, nor that patient. And you want to be an advocate for that patient. I know many providers would just shrug it off and say, look, they have a prescription, I don't want to do it, I don't want to go the extra step. But do it, help the person out. Nurse for an ophthalmologist here. I just had an interesting case, ophthalmology speaking. Patient comes in for a rash on their face. As soon as I walk in, I sigh. Why do I sigh? Because it's 4 p.m. and I immediately know that he needs to see a specialist urgently, given the fact that this condition needs an ophthalmologist to guide us on treatment. What condition, you might be wondering? Good old shingles. Reactivation of varicose zoster, but was on his forehead, crossing the eye, creating redness and irritation in the eye, which could have been uveitis and all these other conditions. So right away, I had to explain to the patient that I think this is shingles, and if this was on any other part of his body, not touching his eye, we would give an antiviral medication, acyclovir, acyclovir, reduction, and he'd be totally fine. But because it's impacting the eye, I know we need an urgent ophthalmologic investigation. Being that it's 4 o'clock, I was very worried that I was going to have to send him to the ER and waste his entire evening. But fortunately, I was able to call a local ophthalmologist, speak directly to his staff. We then spoke to the doctor, explained the scenario, and we were able to hurry the patient out and make it just in time before they closed. They were able to see him, got him taken care of, got him the correct medications, follow up the next week. It was like the perfect healthcare system outcome for a scenario that could have been terrible if he didn't have it evaluated, or if we sent him to the ER and he had to sit there for hours anytime. 21-year-old patient to be completely blind from a sudden and severe glaucoma diagnosis from a previous doctor. Was still around roll water and trying to keep eyes rolled back into the head the whole night. He said he's a famous YouTube rapper that is now I claimed to have heard of him before and very excitedly asked him to search and show me his YouTube channel on my phone so that I could subscribe. Great sensitive. He took my phone out of my hand, effortlessly found the YouTube app and typed it away in the search bar. Oh, and of course his eyes were back to normal and focused. He did ask for a letter for his parole officer that he could use marijuana to treat his glaucoma. However, he did not have glaucoma and medicinal marijuana is illegal in the state of Texas. I wonder if that's still true. Yeah, it's not an ideal scenario, but at the same time, you don't want a scenario like this to lead you to becoming jaded and cynical and make the assumption that patients are coming in like this. Because if you lead with that assumption, it's only going to hurt you as a provider. You're going to lose the humanity that is so important and so valuable in health. ER nurse bringing a patient back to a room who said he had kidney stones. I had to stop him at the bathroom to get a urine sample. Dude comes out with a specimen cup that literally had a piece of concrete in it. Looked him in the eye expecting some sort of joke. He was serious. I threw it away and walked his dumbass back to the waiting room to contemplate his stupidity. I don't understand, was he trying to get pain minutes for saying he had a kidney stone? Put a piece of concrete in it? I mean, imagine that wasn't a true kidney stone. I don't think concrete was, but we've seen kidney stones in our patients form to the size of lemons. Like, they're wildly big. And obviously in those cases, it's surgical intervention. But still, taking trauma call during surgery residency and a prisoner committed a fight couldn't remove his legs. All the CT and MRIs were normal, but we would shield his legs so he couldn't see them and poke him with needles and other sharp objects with enough force to cause pain. He never flinched or moved his legs at all. He was diagnosed with severe spinal cord injury without radiographic abnormality. He stayed in the hospital for a week, no improvement, always had one guard with him. One night they were down in the lobby watching some television with the guardian to use the restroom. The patient said, "Where could I possibly go? I'm paralyzed." Guard left them alone for 2 minutes. Patient last seen sprinting down the road, naked butt cheeks flapping in the breeze. Made it to the city 4 hours away by car before he was caught again. I've never seen anyone fake it so well. Truly playing the long. I think that's an interesting case of malingering. Like, if you're poking someone with like a monofilament or the sharp edge of your reflex camera, which like if you do that as a scratch, that's not comfortable. And they were able to tolerate that and fake it. If I'm pressing on my patient's point where they're saying it's painful, and they're like, yeah, it's really painful. And then I start distracting them, asking them about something else. I keep pressing, and they're no longer having that same reaction. I will point that out to the patient, asking them why they think that's happening. Because that's an important part of an objective physical exam. Some of these were failures, but do you want to hear the worst medical failures in history? Like true scandals. Click here, check that out. So stay happy. Well, Jake Gyllenhaal isn't a doctor, but my man knows what he's talking about. Showering is individual. Not everyone needs to shower every single day. I have this argument literally all the time. I've had it with ex-girlfriends. Yes, if you go to the gym and you're sweaty and you're soaked and you're smelly, yes, you need a shower. But if you did nothing all day and you sat and you have textured hair and your hair's not greasy, you might not need a shower. It needs to be based on your individual needs. I keep saying that because the reality is if you overshower, you overstrip your body of its oils, your hair of its oils, you could actually do more harm. I've seen that happen with my patients. So this rule of having to shower every single day is not a hard and fast rule. And also keep your shower short. You don't need ultra hot showers for like 20 minutes. Keep it like 3-4 minutes, cool running water. Boom.
Every single pixel you see on the internet has become a potential site for scams.
And AI video has basically become perfect.
Is it now impossible to detect AI videos?
Maybe. There are ways to figure out if what you're looking at is fake. We're going to take a look at some of the hottest AI videos that hit the internet, and we're going to debunk them for you.
Have you guys heard about AI music?
They're doing that now?
Let's take a look. Go to a super cool band called Pink Paradox.
You can just tell immediately from looking at the photos that it's AI.
What about it? What do you see?
This weird, cartoony perfection. Everything's too posed. Everything's too in focus. You get this constant bleed going on, where both their mouth poses are exactly the same. Their eyes are exactly the same. They basically have the same face, actually. And there's this conceptual depth that real life has that just AI photos struggle to capture.
I mean, look, plenty of people use AI art for their album covers because they're focusing on the music. Let's hear that. Wow. From frame zero, we're at the hook.
AI music has been around for a while. It's more prevalent now than ever, especially when you're on something like Spotify, where it's literally being served to you. What is it that triggers your ear to hearing that it's not a real artist? What are you listening for?
It's the same exact thing as the photos.
If you think about the music like an AI image generator, there's a lot of similarity. You're going to start with something very tiny that then gets enhanced into this high resolution image. Same thing with the audio. The audio starts as a tiny little super low quality blurb. It starts as a little ear booger that gets enhanced more and more and more until it starts to sound like a song. But because of that up-resing process, there is a kind of a cap that you hear on the high end of the song. The cap of the resolution that you're able to enhance it to, like a hi-hat or cymbals. It's those incredibly high frequency sounds, those ones take the biggest hit because they require so much detail to sound natural.
Yeah, high frequency is the audible equivalent of high detail.
I would say so, yes. If you look at what is it, like a bass, it's like a really simple big waveform. Whereas those higher frequency sounds, I keep saying a hi-hat because it's literally the sound of a sizzle. It's like, that is a really, really high density, high detail waveform. I generated this on Osuna, downloaded it, and if you look at the spectrograph, basically everything over 16,000 hertz is already cut off. There is no high quality version of that file. It's stuck at this capped audio resolution. Your result is basically the sound of a highly compressed MP3. If you were listening to a song on Spotify and start to hear a little bit of that muddy, high detail sound, it has to be AI because when you're uploading music to an actual music streaming service, they require you to send lossless, uncompressed audio files. From a standards standpoint, they generally don't allow those kind of low-quality uploads on the platform.
Interesting. Literally in their description, they say, we're a virtual all-female metal band from Barcelona. Is the I'm
not from Barcelona.
I know, yeah. Generated, the keyboard that typed the prompt was in Barcelona.
I'll be honest, there's another aspect of this, and there's dudes playing with dolls. Which is that's 100% what this is dudes playing with dolls.
Yeah.
I'll just, interpret that however you want. But we all agree that is what it is. I want my doll to have pink hair and she's wearing this one plays the violin and she's got black lipstick.
Yeah. I love that they give them names too.
Her name is Lisa Renard and she's a French guitarist and she has a skeleton tattoo.
I haven't seen this much work going into an AI band. It's so cringy.
All aspects can be generated. The music itself, all of the imagery, full web pages of information. I feel like we're rapidly approaching an automation level where it's almost one cut.
No, that's good because this is the monster that's eating itself. It's when you fall into the content game and you're just chasing the algorithm itself will eat you.
It's the Pink Paradox.
What's up, guys? Christian here. I'm down here in the content mines going through the debunking email to look at all the user-submitted content that you guys sent us for the show. And you know what? It can actually be a dangerous job. Whenever you're asking for user-submitted data, you never know what email or what link where it's going to take you, or what's going to happen, or what kind of data is going to be collected. Well, luckily, we don't have to worry about that here because today's sponsor is Incogni, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. So we've been looking at a lot of AI videos, a lot of scams today, and the scary part is not just the videos are getting discriminated. The scary part is that the scammers don't even need that much information to start targeting you. That could be a name, a phone number, info, who knows. A lot of that stuff is already floating around there. And if it gets in the hands of the wrong person, that can make scams way more personal and way more believable. And that's where Incogni comes in. Incogni helps you remove your personal information from the internet. They contact hundreds of data brokers and people search sites on your behalf. They send repeated removal requests and track the progress so you do not have to spend hundreds and hundreds of hours trying to do it manually yourself. This is different than a VPN. A VPN protects your data while you're browsing, especially on public Wi-Fi. While Incogni is focused on personal information about you that may already be exposed online. One of the biggest things to highlight is their custom removals feature. If you find a specific site where your personal information is showing up, you can send Incogni the link, and their privacy experts will review it, and if it is eligible, work to get that information removed. You know it's trustworthy because Incogni's data removal processes have also been verified by Deloitte. That's a big deal in a space where you want to know that the service is actually doing what it said it's going to do. So if you want to start taking your personal information off the internet, I think you should check out Incogni. They can't harm you if they can't find you. So use the promo code CORRIDOR at the link below and we'll give you 60% off an annual plan. If data privacy and your personal information being out there is important to you, then we highly recommend the service. So go check out Incogni and tell us what you think.
It often feels like we are straying further and further from the light, or at least from our origins. So thankfully, there are still YouTube channels out there fighting for that, like Amish YouTuber Elias Yoder.
My name is Elias Yoder. I am Amish and I farm in Lancaster County.
This is a hard-working Amish man who gives you all the life hacks you need to live off the grid and cut that budget.
There is a 5-gallon bucket sitting behind my wood shed.
Whose fan is that?
And I will say, I'm very impressed by the Amish work ethic because he's only been on YouTube for a month and he's already done 74 videos.
Big record scratch. Hold on, I thought Amish people weren't allowed to use computers.
Yeah, I will say he's pretty good with the camera.
I have shown me off-grid solar cells before.
They're not selling stuff, are they?
I'm glad you asked. Why don't we go to his website, or turning to the old days? So what is better than an ebook?
Just slot, but you're paying for $7 no problem.
You're paying for it. But here's the good news. There's a website detailing why it's a good idea.
Can we see what's inside?
Yeah, let's see what's inside. Keeping your house warm without paying for heat. Catching and moving what falls from the sky to eat and stuff.
What? Catching and moving what falls from the sky?
Right. Every single thing that you need, obviously, this is AI generated, right? It's not a real person. But I'm wondering, are these tips and tricks useful still?
The information's probably not that wrong, but it's truly no different than somebody just doing a Google search for this topic and saying Google read it to me and like listening to it for an hour. That is what this is. It is kind of brain melting. And this is brain rot for us.
Well, Elias was actually sent in by a viewer, Carol, whose grandparents were tricked by this YouTube channel. They were watching this content thinking it was completely legit, and she had to educate them on the fact that, well, it's not as legit as you think, unfortunately.
Anytime someone says they can save you money if you give them money first. Universal insight. Okay? Across the board. Doesn't matter how nice the suit is and how big the bill is. Across the board.
If you actually learn to make a lot of money with a secret, you don't tell that to people.
Yeah,
that
you just make money.
very coveted information because the more people that know how to do it, the less money you can actually make.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's stupid.
10 ways to beat the... Oh,
Oh, look at that.
All right, government, listen. You need to pass a law. If you show your product in a commercial, it cannot be generated or rendered. It has to be real.
Real.
Yeah, guys have to make it real. Hurry up.
And this is the equivalent of getting in line to get in the line. Like, we're watching an AI ad to watch an AI video.
Which is just an AI ad.
Which is just an AI ad.
And the air has gone thick and still.
Rewind 10 seconds. Because he does his mouth. He sucks his mouth out all the time. And I'm done.
What's happening here is somebody in another country is renting like a GPU service for like an hour or two to recognize computer. They are creating a script, text-to-speech, selecting chunks of that lip sync video. But before that happens, they get images for everything. And these are all running on open source image models and video models. They then take those images and turn them into images to video. Then AI will look at the image and then invent motion from it. But notice none of them are longer than 5 seconds because whatever computer they're renting has 24 to 32 gigabytes of video. And that's why at the end of each clip, he closes his mouth because that's the end of the render space that the video is getting. And so it's just ending.
But the audio track itself is a separate media file. So it just lip syncs for those 5 seconds and it stops. And then all these images are so weird because it's like a Stable Diffusion 1.5 style imagery. And then it's being animated and getting yeah. Look at this, dude. The freaking yard.
Yeah, the fireplace in the door. That's why it's hot, dude. Turn it off. Turn this car. I don't know which way I want to drive today. Turn off your door fire. Come on, that's step one. Have they not read the ebook?
This is somebody trying to make a living. This is somebody somewhere that's not California going, if I can make $5 today, I make more money than all of my neighbors. So they go to rumpod.com, rent their server, start churning out AI videos that target the algorithm to get just a little bit of steam out of that YouTube drop. And right into the play. Ready for the next day? Got $10 in your bank account. Spend 5 of those bucks renting more computers. Now you got $15 in your bank account the next day. It's kind of like playing an RPG. I estimate to make this video cost this person $2 to $3. If this person gets 5,000 views on a video, it becomes worthwhile. They actually make a profit. It's a self-sustaining
Sorry. Oh no, they're all getting cameras! They're all getting cameras!
I'm reading the comments and I saw them.
Thank you for the precious memories.
Oh my gosh, they're all getting cameras and they're all filming in the same house.
Oh, I was cooking. He's got a cooking channel.
They multiply, that's how it works. Jacob Salt, gosh, there's a full Amish community. Oh my gosh, AI Amish Day. Amish Day.
It's so offensive to Amish people.
It is really. It is the ultimate perversion of the Amish.
They have sworn off all things digital and have been converted to only being digital.
It's pretty rough, honestly.
We got 1.8 mil in there, we got a couple hundred
That's
thousand.
47,000. Here's what I'm noticing. He's making a lot of money, and then the spigot gets turned off real fast. It's definitely self-sustaining, just barely though. That's why he's selling the website and the book. That book is what's going to make it so they can keep doing it.
Well, here's the thing. Elias is trying to build celebrity from scratch. Why not just steal it?
You're right.
Like some of these other examples we're about to look at.
Someone is feeding my videos to some sort of AI and having it spit out this content. And it's not just the background. I mean, the jacket. My old iMac is there. My speakers, my orange. I wish I was the handsome one with this guy.
The guitar industry has a dirty little secret.
There are a lot of AI channels on YouTube these days that are just outright stealing the identity of another person. Or at least the vibe of it.
Guitar Gems with Chase. This is an AI YouTube channel.
New book available. Dude, I want to read that.
This is a new scam. Yeah, this new scam is sell PDF. That's all you're trying to do. Dude, bum off the secret prayer for like $50. Make money. It's all make money, right?
Selling a prompt is so funny. When I went to Guitar Gems with Chase on YouTube, the entire channel had been taken down. But this is an interesting problem because just as fast as they get taken down, another one pops up.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Everything Fender.
YouTube is definitely fine. They gotta be fighting this because this will kill them. Yeah. That algorithm monster, like I said, it's on everybody's tails, not just ours. Everybody's tails. Facebook and Meta seem to just be embracing it. They're like just like lying back in that seat, like
yeah, swimming in the
just
slop.
loving it, and that's gonna be the end of them.
And YouTube is just allowing it to happen.
All right, you got some more AI videos to debunk here.
It's just gluten. I can't figure it out. Even my dog knows something ain't right, man. I've done thrown stuff at it. I can't get it. And look, it just seems like it goes right through it.
A really long clip.
It is. This is definitely not AI video. It's the length of the shots. They're walking around. They're zooming in on things. It's too consistent.
Here's the update.
All right, this is definitely like a stream. There's tall trees next to this area. Dude and a cherry picker. Like, look, random tree next viral video. Leave a smiley face. Yeah, he knows what's up. He knows what's up. He knows what's up.
Oh my gosh, there was a floating branch and he's literally a professional branch manager.
It might be time to put y'all's phones down and quit believing everything you see on the internet.
The best magicians do the simplest tricks. But to tell a really good story and you believe that it can only be magic.
Can you see the cherry picker anywhere?
That trailer for the cherry picker. Oh yeah, that's the flatbed. You're right, that's the flatbed of the cherry picker.
Still attached to his pickup, next to the tree that he tied it to.
Hey everybody, there's still magic in the world, so don't get too discouraged. There's not secret filters up. I'm gonna say something. If they're wanting money from you, the red flag should come up. Good luck out there. We'll see you in the next one.
And if you have any AI videos you want us to take a look at, just go ahead and send them over to debunk@corridordigital.com and we'll feast our little eyes on it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
This won't take a minute. I will strike you down!
Radical.
The way those Iko-Iki monks were looking for a nurse? Most unusual. Someone rich or important must have fallen ill.
Forces will join up.
I think this can help me find Kamakichi's location. Saika. Kyonyo's exact location isn't here, but this Kamakichi has revealed himself to me. This bounty hunter, Kamakichi, has been gathering information, listening in on conversations perhaps for weeks. Someone as interested in the people as I am. That must be Kamakichi. Kamakichi knows where Kyonyo is. I need to... find him before the other bounty hunters do.
We're good. It's Tina.
Without a show, nothing exists. What's making that sound?
be less trouble if I stay out of sight.
Life is full of surprises. One moment I'm getting ambushed by bounty hunters. The next, you stroll in. It's good to see you again, Naoe.
Bounty hunters?
A man in my position makes many enemies. I'm sure it's the same for you. Nothing I can't handle.
Look at you. You barely got out alive. And they're not going to stop until I help you deal with them.
I cannot afford to be choosy about the help I accept. Not until I'm ready to fight back. I'm grateful for your aid. Here, this is all I know about the men hunting me. I'd know more, but my contact in Koya-san has gone quiet. If you could check on him, I'd be grateful.
I will.
As for me, I'll be moving on. I have to assume my enemies may know I'm here. Meet me in Kumano Sanza, and when the time is right, we will end the leader. Together.
Stay safe.
I'm so sorry, Tenchi. I should have been here.
What happened?
The temple's head monk asked me and Tenchi to pick up some papers. They knew the two of us, we thought. So Tenchi went to the monk's quarters, alone. I stopped for a drink. Tenchi was taking so long. I headed over and heard a noise coming from the backyard. It was so dark, but I saw someone running. Must have been whoever killed my friend.
Sounds like the killer was looking for the head monk. Where can I find him?
He should still be at the monk's district.
Are you the head monk here?
Tell me who sent you, before I call the guards.
I am Naoe. Kyonyo sent me. He's been expecting an update from you.
I feared I was being targeted. Now we know first.
What do you have in mind?
The building behind me is our best hope. I'll dismiss the guards, draw him out, extinguish all the lights, and we'll have our best chance. Come, follow me! All of you, gather around! I need your assistance! Wait for nightfall. Extinguish every light. That is our best chance. Thank you, Naoe. I will await word from Kyonyo.
Best that you remain unseen. The information Kionyo shared mentioned this place. One of the bounty hunters is thought to be based here. What is that noise? That's the last of them. I'll go and tell Kionyo his immediate threats are dealt with. Shishio shared a close bond with the leader of these bounty hunters.
Wasn't much.
Everything is gone.
Kionyo and his soldiers. All that remains is the bounty hunter leader. What's wrong?
He has kidnapped my father.
To draw you out.
They think I will run to him. After what he has put us through.
You have a chance to take your father back before all is lost. I know what that loss feels like. You cannot turn away from that chance. I would give anything for it myself.
Akagi Fort. That's where they're holding him. Our enemy is called Shigumo.
Then wait for me there, and you will have your chance.
Come, I have already waited as long as I dare.
Any word on your father?
He's alive. They're keeping him in full view. For now.
If they see you, they will kill him.
They forced my hand. I cannot stand by and do nothing. Fight for something greater than yourself. The great Amida will forgive you. That's what he always said. My father.
He's right. You need to fight for what you believe in.
I know. I can't retreat now. There's something happening! Get her now! You a fraud! I will find you. I need your eyes. You can't hide forever.
give in to your fate. I saw something. The shinobi is here.
Yeah. Better not be trouble.
It's done. I'll find Kionyo and his father.
No fires after dark.
Please, forgive my interruption.
I think you have more than earned our attention.
These men who hunted my son were associates of Oda Koratake. Since Koratake's death, these bounty hunters preyed upon the people of Ki. And when they saw an opportunity for revenge,
they got what they were owed. My father and I have much to discuss. Should our paths cross again, Aoi, I hope it involves slightly less killing.
Agreed. Or, if we must, fighting for peace. Take care of each other.